Mikerowchip with Mikerowchip here playing Railroader.
Microchip Railways.
And this is episode 11. Yes, it is. Here we are. We are in the Whittier exchange yard, and we just hooked onto these cars here, which now have to be sorted according to this. What do you call this thing? You call that thing a switch list, sure. All right, now I can't remember if I checked the cars or not, so let's do it now because I got to see what order they're in anyway. Anywho, well, let's go around the other side, give us a little more room. All right, got to check, make sure they're all oiled. That's Ella. This one is Ella. This one is. Oh, that came out of nowhere. Sorry about that. I kind of like belched right in the microphone. It's a weird belch, though. Oh, this one's not oiled. There we go. Oil it. Oil as well. That ends well. There we go. And there's another Stenzel. This one's fine. That's going to be Whittier. All the rest of these should be Whittier. I do have them blocked. I suppose I could make it harder on myself by not having it blocked, but, why? Because it's fun to move the cars around? Yeah, that's pretty much why you'd do it. But I'm not gonna, so there you go. All right. There's that. We got this. Am I recording? I am. Not wasting my time. Well, not really wasting my time, but you know what I mean. All right, Whittier. Okay, so now I know on that track that's down in the Whittier yard, or the Whittier, backup track, there's enough for 10 cars. And right now we have 11 cars. Shoista. We might have room for 11. Let's try to get 11 on there, huh? What the heck, fire? There we go. All right, here we go. All right, so probably have to fill up at the end of the day today. I got to turn it up on my end. I don't like it. There we go. Take off the independent brake. Forward. 50 ought to do it. Let's throttle up, shall we? All right, so we are pushing 320 tons, but that includes the engine. So are we really pushing 320 tons? No, we are not. Well, I guess we're not pushing. We're hauling 320 tons because the engine has to also move the engine itself, right? Sure. I can't remember. Or maybe it's 12 that fit down. I'm talking about this track right here. The 12 that fit down there? Yeah, I'm switching topics pretty quick here. You gotta stick with me. Alrighty, I'm pretty sure all of these switches are set in the right direction, right? Let's go down to the other end. Nope, the other end. There we are. Yeah, I figured out how to get from one end to the other by someone helping me. 0 and 9 get you to either end, and then shift 0 or shift 9 will get you one car at a time. Thanks to that person who noted that for me. I could have found it by looking it up, but when the commenters are going to do the work for you, why wouldn't you, right? Okay, so let's go back down the other end of the train. There we go. How much we got in this? A lot. All right, now we got to start slowing down here a little bit. So I'm going to have to jump out. Throw that second switch on the right there from normal to reversed. Okay. Slow it down a little bit more. We're just got to come to a complete stop, really. We don't have to slow down, right? Because we got to go the other direction. Ain't no sense in slowing down. There you go. Just come to a complete stop. Gotcha. Let's jump out now. Do this. And then we'll back it up. Put the reverser in reverse. Come on. There you go. Close enough to 50. And into reverse we go. Ooh, a little slack action there. Now this is a, downward grade here. So we're not going to have to get too much speed. Plus I want to grab onto this last car. That's going to be about all the speed I'm going to want right there for right now, because I should slow it down to 5 in order to grab onto this last car. See how that works? Yeah. I just made a short that showed me doing this very thing. Why do I remember that? I don't know, because my shorts are so memorable. Not really. All right, here we go. Let's walk down this way, jump on. There we go. Beautiful. All right, let's go back to this view, and let's see. Go back as far as we can, so it all fits / we can measure. Maybe we can fit 12 cars on here. I don't know. There we go, and hear the rumble of the cars. That's cool. Can you fit 11 on here? Now, it's counting the engine and the tender as well. That's part of the length or length, depending on what part of the country you're from. Here we go. We can get a little bit further than that. That's good right there. What are we looking like now? Yeah, that's it. 11 cars is the limit. All right. Now, this one's got to go up to the... Yeah, that's the only one, too, right? Yeah, it's got to go up to the place where we fill it up with wood chips. Okay, put it forward. The wood chip filler, you know. Maybe you don't know. I know. Now, this first one is correct, reverse, but this second one should also be in reverse, and it is not. So we're going to have to jump off. Once we get up that way. We already took in the last episode, in episode 10, we took all these here at Whittier and moved them onto the interchange track. Now, there is a wood chip hopper up there already. I just don't think it's full yet. If it is full, then I made a mistake. Either that or it just became full. All right, now we're going to want to hang on to this side because the platform's on the other side, and I don't want to have my calves shaved off. I've had it happen before. It's not as much fun as it sounds. Trust me. Perfect time to get a drink. There is a car up there. Yeah, it's not quite full. The handbrake is on. So we'll just clomp this one onto it. That's a railroad turn, clomp. It's not really, but... Let's all pretend. Of course, this entire computer game, we're just pretending, right? No, this is real. All right. There we go. And we got almost $2,000 in the bank. This might put us over the $2,000 mark. Jump off. Oh my gosh, that was perfect. Absolutely perfect. Let's do some glad handing, and that did put us over 2,000, just barely, but it did. We don't need to put a handbrake on this one because the other one's already handbrake, the one that's in front of it. So we'll close the ankle cock here, decouple, and we are on our way back down. Put her in reverse, please. She just going to roll that way? Nope. Here we go. Give it some oomph. There we go. Is that the New York O and W? What's the O and W? Ontario? That doesn't make any sense. New York. Something in Western. The Western part leapt to my mind immediately. The O, not so much. Orlando? No. I'm going to give up on that. Okay, so we'll slow this down now. Should be able to fit them all on this one track, I am thinking. We've got these 2 tracks for loading on this part of the sawmill. Lumber and, those kinds of things. Lumber products. Put it on this way now. And let's push this on in. Here we go. Take that off first. Yeah, probably a good idea. No sense trying to push you while the brakes are on. They already got 88 pounds in there. Make that 100. What's the other one got in it right now? Yeah, tons. Tons and tons. Now, this one, you don't want to get too close to the bumper because later on when you hook up to it, you're going to bump it a little bit. If it's right up against the bumper, you could cause damage. Not sure if it does that in this game or not. Do you get coupler damage in this one? If I really am rough on the cars, do they sustain a lot more damage? I think they do when they derail, but I'm not sure if you slam them into the bumpers, if they do or do not. Maybe someday in the future I'll do some testing or reading. That would also work. Okay. Oh, jumped over it. There we go. Made some more money. This one is Whittier Sawmill, so we'll open the door so they can begin loading it. This one is Whittier Sawmill. Open the door so they can begin loading it. You actually don't have to open the doors. I just like to open the doors. Yeah, dimensional lumber. Lumber. What's dimensional mean? Don't know. Open that up. They're already loading this one. Beautiful. This one here is stencil. Okay. Walk out onto this. I said before, I could hardly wait till they get the sound effect in there for that. It's a cool sound. Then we're going to get back up on here, go to this side so we can angle cock it, There we go. Let's grab onto this. Put her in reverse. Beautiful job. Look at our switch list here now. And we can see all these got crossed off. We will eliminate them. 2 for Ella and 2 for Stenzel. I don't know if there's anything to pick up at Stenzel or not. Could be. Maybe yes, maybe no. We'll find out when we get there. Now, I could push these all the way to Stenzel. It's not a very long distance, but I want to get on the other side of them. So we're going to do a runaround maneuver here. That's what we're going to do. Because I want to. Stop that there. Get off. Throw the switch. And now we're going to wait for the engine to come by before we get back on. Because that'll be the thing we have to throw next. Here you go. 2 Stenzels, 2 Ellas. All right. I'm hoping the grade's going to slow it down by 2 miles an hour. So far, not looking good. I will take matters in our own hands then. There we go. Back in the engine. Now we gotta give some throttle. We've got it down to 225 tons in 6 cars. Well, 4 cars and the engine and the tender. All right, let's max out the throttle. Why not? Here we go. Gonna brake it just beyond this first switch stand here on the right. There we go. Brake it right there. We're gonna jump on out the side. There we go. Now to run around it, we gotta run around it anywho because we're going to be on the wrong side for Stenzel. We are going to, well, we're gonna want to bottle it, not because it's going to take that much long to recharge the brake lines, but because then we don't have to walk down onto this end of the train to open it up again, which is because it's going to need to be open. Or, I mean, closed, to close it down again. Here we go. Crank this. Yep. No persuader bar needed because I am a beast. Here we go. Just like that. And then, well, we might as well walk down here, take care of this, right? It's not that far to walk. We got to throw this one this way to get us over. All right, Smiling Jimmy. Invisible Smiling Jimmy. Whoop, what happened there? Here we go. Get me some. Okay. We're going to go over on this side so we can watch it get over on the other track. So we want to throw this the other way right away. We come back this way. We don't want this one thrown to switch over. We want it back in normal. There it is. And then this one will be pushed into reverse as the train goes over it. Watch that happen right here. Oh, it got pushed over. Although this thing slots in there like that. You see what I'm saying? The handle. Here, let me stop the train first. See how it's got that slot in there? If the train runs over, is it just gonna go bang bang? You know, either way, and just rip that handle right off. You would think. All right. Forward ho. Hey, Dutch. There we go. Take that off. Let's get it done. Now, technically, this is not a yard track, right? This is a through track or a bypass track, however you want to put it. So we're gonna go up to 25 on it. Pretty sure on this stretch over here it's 25. Yeah, I feel like I'm breaking rules. Don't think I am. Wait, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's only taking 8 cars a day, huh? Alrighty. Stop here. Just after the switch. There we go. Get off on the right side once again, and now we'll go back up and hook on. Could hang back here, but let's get back in the cab. No need to be dangerous if danger is not needed. No. Well, yeah, but not yet. There you go. Okay. There we go. Over here, I kind of consider this to be a yard track, so we're going to keep it at 15. Pick our way through the trees. There we go. Beautiful. Good old engine number 2. It's just one better than engine 1. Of course, now that I think about it, I tied down the boxcar on the fire end, didn't I? Well, not that that makes a difference, I suppose. Remember, I said I had to walk down there. I had to walk down there anyway to untie it, to release the handbrake. Yeah. My little plan is unfolding, but it's okay. Because either way, had I whoop. There we go. I would have had to walk down to this end to turn on the handbrake on this one anyway. So what's the difference if I walk on this end or walk on that end? either way, it's going to have to be done. Whoop. Okay, this should, yep, it does. Over here, you got to kind of jump over them because sometimes when you walk over them, yep, you fall straight down onto the coupler, and that's going to hurt an ankle or two, maybe even blow out a knee. All right, here we go. We're ready to go. Over to Whittier. Give me some throttle. Not going to speed up quite as quickly this time because we got ourselves some weight. Alrighty. Yep. Whittier's like right around this second corner here, in case you don't know. It is ultra close. So we're just going to stick with it. Once we clear this switch here, we can get up to 25, which we will do. Just drop off right here so we can see when it does clear. Will be our own EOT. There we go. Oh no, I gotta hit this. There we go. We get back up to the engine. Now, is this one thrown the wrong way? Yes, it is. We're gonna have to get out and throw this switch back the correct way. Some real railroading going on here. Slow it down. No, slow it down a lot more than that. We're going to really pile it on. All right, we may pile it on a little too heavy, but that's all right. There we go. Back and up. Release it. And here we go. All right, these are the stencils. Yeah. The Ellas. Okay, maybe I should pull through first because there is a 3-track yard coming up here. And I'll pull through the middle track, drop off the Ellas, then I can work the stencils. I don't know if a car's coming off stencil or not. And then we have to go to the next town in order to get to Ella. We're gonna lay on the throttle here. Put it all the way into a notch 8. And for the life of me, I have no idea what these switches are coming up here. This first one is correct. The second one is... Don't know yet. Don't know yet. We're gonna slow down here, though. Down to yard speed. That'll do me. This one here is correct as well. What do you know? Everything is correct. As you can see, we got 3 tracks across. Stenzel is down this way here. Very good. Drop these 2 Ellas off. Ella house cars. Right about there ought to do it. Now we're going to run back here. There's engine number 1. Looking pretty good. I might have to refill it at the end of today too, though. Was the water a little bit low on that one? The coal is lower than the water. So, all right. Is the thing up there? I can't see it. Definitely want to close this off. Now, this time we're going to leave this one open because we're going to have to hook up coming this way anyway. So we're going to want to drain the brakes. And this one here, crank it, crank it, crank it. There we go. Back down. There we go. Is that one closed? Yes, it is. All right. We'll just hang on now because we got to throw that switch right up there. Now, how about this one? Where's this one going? That's staying there. Oh, that's almost full. We're unloading there. All right. Here we go. Air hose. Airline is emptied that way, then the brakes on both cars turn on. In theory. When you're on a grade, it may not hold. So you have to put the handbrakes on to be sure. Look at all the stuff we're learning. All right, let's get off here. Now, is there anybody at Stenzel? Let's get out my go-go gadget goggles. There's nobody at Stenzel, so we're just going to ride these all the way up to Stenzel, but I think the second switch is going to be wrong. It is. Second switch is wrong, so we'll have to stop just before that. It's funny, when I was growing up, I always thought I wanted to be a airline pilot. In fact, I even joined the military to try to make that come true. Never got into flight school. Never tried. Yeah, I went military police instead. That's a long story we won't get into. But now I would have much rather been a railroader. Although, to tell the truth, I'm not even sure I'd want to be a railroader. That schedule seems kind of wackadoo. You know what I'm saying? You're not home a whole lot. Would I want to do that? No, I wouldn't. Okay. Here we go now. Back up to Stenzel. No, wrong way. There you go. We'll make a little money up here at Stenzel. We're just raking in the cash. Once we drop these two off. Probably shouldn't be on this side, but yeah, well, it is what it is. Suck in your calves. We go, and then we'll independent it right there. That should be good enough, huh? Yeah, see what happens now. I'm stuck. All right. Run back down this end. Come over here. This one is in Stenzel's grip, so is this one, right? So we'll open up this door. It's cool how the cars have different doors on them and stuff. And they really put a lot of thought and detail into these things. All right, so we'll open up those two doors so they can load the stuff in there. Leave that open. Before we connect or disconnect anything, we are going to put on the handbrake. Handbrake it. Here we go. Back down the other end. Jump down. And then do this. We'll turn on this. Open this. And then we're going to... Yeah, we'll hang on the back this time. Why not? Except I probably should be on the other side. I think both the switches are on this side. Okay. Forward ho. Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, the switches are all on this side. I only need to throw the last one. All the rest are already set. We ran through this one. Set it back to normal. There we go. We'll slow it down for this one. Hug yourself in close. All right. Don't get hit in the back with the switch stand. Can't feel good. Now we're going to back up and hook up to these Ellas. There we go. Back to the Ellas. Those should be our last two, right? As far as, yeah. This switch list is concerned. We may have to pick up one at Ella, the house track there. I'm not sure if we are or not. Although it shouldn't be, right? Because it had come up when I first did it. Yeah. But I take that back. There shouldn't be anything there. If there is, we'll pull it, but really there shouldn't be. Do this. Open this. 93% open. How about all the way open? There you go. Up to the top. And where is it? Oh, on this end. Oh, kind of heebie-jeebiness there. There we go. Back down, and we're ready to go. We are going to head over to Ella. Put it forward. There we go. Actually, I want this on 25, don't I? Not quite so much torque. All right. We can get up to 25 here, but then at the other end, the two tracks are gonna come together into a single track main. And we're going to want to be doing 15 when we hit that. But until then, we can juice it, baby. It's juiced. And it's like a downward grade all the way to Ella because this thing... excuse me, the passenger train seems to handle it pretty good. You don't have to add a whole lot of throttle. Most of the time you have to add any throttle. You got to brake around the tight corner up there where it slows down to 30, but other than that. As usual, as soon as I start recording, I start coughing. Stuff gets in my throat. But I think it's mostly because, see, when I'm playing computer by myself here, I don't cough a lot because I'm not talking. Hey, look at that. Slow down. Probably don't really need to do that, but we'll play it safe. Okay, prepare to juice. And juice. Opened it up. See what she can do. Get her up to 35. And you should get a really good roll there. Look at this. It's not dropping off at all. Now, Ella, we're on the wrong side now when we get into Ella, so we're going to have to do another run around. Which I love, of course. It's very relaxing, very serene. Unlike 7 Days to Die, though, which I play a lot, you got to constantly looking over your shoulder. Chopping down a tree, you could get attacked. Going into a house, you could get attacked. Coming out of a house, you could get attacked. Got to be on your toes in that game. This one, not so much. A little bit, you have to. You don't want to go around the corner here doing 50. You'll be re-railing. All right. Nicely done on slowing down to 30. There's the slow down speed sign, 30 right there, going the other way. As soon as we pass that, crank it back up. Now, it really doesn't matter this first switch once we get into Ella, what it's thrown as. Either way it will work in order for us to run around and get it where it needs to be. Plus, we'll get a good view to see if there's any cars, either at the farm supply over here or if there's anything at the Ella that filled up in between accepting the switch list, creating the switch list at the beginning of the morning, and knocking it out. Okay, what is this first one? It is, looks like it's normal. Yep, it's normal. I saw it flash. All right, we will clear the level crossing. I know we won't. We'll stop before the level crossing. Yeah, maybe not. Well, right there should do it. I could have probably stopped a bit sooner than that, but that works. All right, kill the bell. Kill the bell while I'm doing this, huh? Now, okay, so if we go over here and we say that, right? And we take care of it from the onset. Come up this way and go like this. There we go. Okay, so the last car is the one that is tied down. That's off. Uncouple here. Oh, except we got to do this. Yeah, that emergency brake this, but no, not so much. Let's motor down to the other end. This is where we're trying to go right here, the Ella house track. There's nothing at Ella Farm Supply either. So there you go. Again, we can get up to 25 on this track. Although it is technically 35 here, we'll stick at 25 though. Yeah, looks like we're definitely going to have to refill the coal and the water on it. I'm doing it till halfway. Once they're halfway down, I got to stop in and get some coal and some water for them. Alrighty. Pass the switch. But not in the ditch. You don't want to derail into the ditch. Be tough to derail with what I was doing right there, though. Straight track. Rolling. You might have to actually... Wait a minute. Am I doing it? Oh, yeah, I am. I am. Okay. I thought I was already on the other side. I wasn't. Okay. All right. Thought I was doing an unnecessary runaround, but I'm not. I've made so many moves in this game that it's sometimes hard to keep track of what move you need to do next. Okay, roll on back this way. And we'll make a little bit more money. What are we at now? 2,300? So we made about $300 or so far. And just these few moves that we've done. Yeah, it's good because later on we want to buy some other stuff. We're going to need the money. Alrighty. We go. Level crossing warning. And then we'll run through this switch here. Now, it seems to me, like I was saying before, you really have to get out and throw the switch because of that notch that's in there. But that part I don't want to do. That, of course, that's the beauty of this game. You can also throw the switches without having to get out. You can tailor it to whatever you want it to be, to some extent. Okay, and now forward. We'll add a little more torque this time. So because we aren't looking to get up to speed, we want more power than speed. Hence the 50s. Here we go. And we got it. Crawl up here and release the handbrake. Release. Got to stand back a little bit, otherwise you get those heebie-jeebies. Down we go. You know what, though? Are we rolling that way? We are. Let's stop that from rolling. We're going to want to be on this end of the... No, we're not. Yes, we are. Because we got to go back this way first. Okay. I'm indecisive. As I go from one end to the other end, Smiling Jimmy, my engineer, is looking at me like, are you kidding me? Now he's coming back this way. Now he's going back out. Come on now. Get your crud together. Sorry, buddy. All right, let's stop this right here. This ought to be good right here. Jump off. Now, that switch is on this side, so let's get over here. And let's push it forward. We have to go across the level crossing on this side. So we're trying to get this track right here. We're going to get one more track over, so we're going to have to reverse once more. No. I'm going to want to stop here anyway. Or slow down at least. See, now running the horn and getting off and throwing the switch and everything, it's a two-man job. Huh? I'm doing it all by my lonesome. Okay, now we're going to back it up. Oh, I did it 4 times. No, I only meant to do that 3. Ignore that last one. There we go. I want to grab onto the boxcar here at the end once again. That is a lot of fun. Jumping on, jumping off, throwing switches, making bucks. There we go. Here's a question. Is this game really only for hardcore railroaders? The people, who are real, I don't mean that they actually do railroading, but, I mean that they railroading is just their thing, or the casual gamers like to do this kind of thing. I'm thinking you're going to have to be at least somewhat of a railroad lover, right? Most people, I think, that would play this who are not in love with railroads like I am, and possibly you are, which is why you're watching this, would think, and why am I doing this? This is fun? How is this fun? They don't get it. That's fine. They don't have to get it, as long as I get it. Alrighty. Those are doors there, right? Oh, yeah, they look like they're doors there. This car on the end, you got the platform here where you can unload stuff. Those must be doors. They put planks across or something. I'm not going to worry about lining it up so the doors, are lined up properly. There we go. Okay, yeah, we got some more money there. Another $124. Open up this door. And then down here, open up this door. And I think I got this one. Oh, no, look, the door's right here, right? Turn around. You could get a plank from here to here, right? Here to here. Sure. Okay, yeah, no, we'll do that. Now we're going to come over here. And we're going to close that off. Then we're going to run up this ladder here. Handbrake. There we go. And then we're going to uncouple. Yes, sir. Come up into here, and we're going to back up. No. There you go. That's what you want. Alrighty. Here's the next switch we want. Just coast on backwards here. Whole lot of weight and very little friction. Uh-oh. Do we pull back far enough? Think so. Nope. We did not. Darn it, Jimmy. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to want to be over on this side. We'll grab onto the end. All right. Forward ho. What are you coming out? There we go. Around the corner. Beautiful. Oh, as many times as you have to, in this little thing here, many times you have to cross the road here, right? The level crossing. Wouldn't they just put a flag man out there and tell the engineer? Oh, why isn't this going? Oh, okay. Tell the engineer, just go ahead and forget about the horn. We'll, the bell would be good, but not the horn. Yeah, because it seems like a lot of whistle blowing. Of course, there's no houses around here, right? Yeah. Anywho, the other thing I noticed besides the horn being blown a lot, the whistle, I should say, whatever it is, we've run out of time. Yes, we have. That is the end of episode 10. What's got to happen next is this: we got to take engine 2, which right now, if we make it back and it's looking like this still, I'm not going to add anything to it because they're not. I'm going to do when they're under half. They both look like they're right at half, so we'll see when we get back there. And then what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do the evening passenger run. Get that back and forth. And then we're going to look at this thing right here to figure out what location has to be upped, as far as Like if we look at Stenzel Manufacturing, right? It's either tier 1 right now. We could probably, oh no, still tier 1 as high as I can go. How about this one? Nope. Sawmill? Nope. Farm supply? Oh, we don't even do farm supply, so we'll put this one to a tier 1 is what we'll do. Yeah. Then the Ella Station. Okay, that one you don't have to put on a tier. But anyway, we're going to do all that, what you just saw me do, so you can skip like the first 3 minutes of the, no, because we got to do the passenger run. Pay no attention. Pay no attention to anything I'm saying right now. It's okay. All right. I hope you guys had fun. I had a blast as always. This game is more than this is a really nice shot right here. This is unintentional, but I really like it. This game is just a whole lot of fun, and all the maneuvering you got to do, and the hoses and all that stuff. It's just a blast. Why don't you like? Why don't you subscribe? Why don't you leave me a comment? And if you don't like the fact that this number 2 is not obscured by the railroad crossing, but this number 2 is obscured by the railroad crossing sign right here, well, this just may not be the channel for you.